working. Why? What the hell's going on? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Still not working. This thing, I don't understand. I've updated the key. It's still not working. Why? I don't know what's going on. I give up. I spent fucking it. I'm over this shit. Alright, whatever. Maybe something else. What's this? DJ, you're streaming, mate. What? What, you mean it's working? What the hell? Are you serious? Hang on a sec, where's my camera? Decided to work. Hang on, that's my phone. Hello? Aaron? So it is working. Yeah, you know what it was? I know what it was now. It was the stream key. The stream key in OBS was out of date. It hadn't updated. That's what it was. Oh, well, thanks for letting me know. Now I've got to bring up the messages. Alright, have a good sleep, mate. Bye. Bye. Thanks, man. Bye. Okay. Hang on a sec. Oh, the camera's pointing too far up. Hang on a sec. I'll do that. Is that catching my head? No, it's not catching my head. Hang on a sec. Let me get the stream up first so at least I can see who's there. Oh yeah, it's working. Hey, Snowball. Oh, hang on. Holy crap, look at the messages. Holy crap. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to my first live stream. Live as in the flesh. Hang on, I've got to look at these messages. Squall, nice and 1,000 subs. Jedi Sing. Exeter Gently, I can hear you. Oh bloody hell, they've probably been hearing me whinging. What's good? Is this Wagwan? Hey Mr. Wolf, Lati, Dighty, thank you. Hey Chairman. How you going, mate? chairman's been one of my most loyal supporters. If you get a chance, go and pay him a visit. Actually, you know what? One of the whole reasons why I'm doing this, and I hope you guys can hear me clearly, is to actually do a bit of promotion. So the chairman, god damn, look at this list. Where are you? This gentleman here. Go and visit that gentleman. Now before I read the rest of the messages, let me just try and get this bloody camera to point the right way, because that's no good. Hang on a minute. I'll wedge that in there. Right, so now, eyepiece. It really insists on twisting to the right. What the hell? What about now? How's that? Is that better? Yeah, now you can see me. Alright, perfect. Okay. Let us continue. How am I doing? Snowball? A lot better now that I got this working. I don't know if you heard me on the phone call, but the issue that I had was the stream key in OBS was different to my channel. That's what the issue was. But I think we're all stuck with the PlayStation 4. It's not working at the moment. Oh, by the way, do you like my t-shirt? Look at this. It's all the stormtroopers with their different emotions, see? So excited, tired, angry, confused, happy. So I'm hungry, frustrated, sad and annoyed. You can see all the different, I've got to stand this way. God damn it, it's really hard to get the angle right, I get confused. There, can you see that? You've probably seen this t-shirt before anyway. What's we doing here? Hey Mr. Wolf. Oh, thanks, Jedi Singh. Oh yeah, man, you sounded half asleep when you rang me. Thanks for ringing me, man. I appreciate that. $1,500 is on the way. We'll see, let's see. A lot of work to do. I've got to start doing more streams like this one. Not all the time, but once in a while I have to start doing these. Don't get gas, DJ, you'll get there. You're online. Hey, Real Hero Gaming, how are you, mate? What's happening? Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, Donald Marshall. How you going, man? So I'm just reading the rest of the messages. Hey, DJ. Hey, Bernays. I'm just at work, but congrats on that 1K. Have a party. Get your titties out and have some beverages. You're funny, Bernays. No, I'm really sorry, guys. I actually wanted to stream Battlefront 2. That was my original plan, but everyone's getting an error message on the PlayStation. And unfortunately, I do not have a Elgato at the moment. I might have to reconsider that, because if I have an Elgato, that's a good way to get around this issue. God, that bloody camera's pointing up at the light. Hang on a sec, I don't open that up a little bit. Look at all the nice trees outside. So this is the beauty of living in Australia. Right, because as soon as I did that, it mucked it up. Look at that now. Is that a better angle? Oh, you're still catching the light a bit, but actually if I fold that way, maybe it'll go. What I really need is a clamp. Actually, that'll work. It still shows the light above my head though. Oh, whatever. Right, guys. The next one to go and check out is one of my mates here. Where is he? goes without saying. You have to go and visit. When I find his name, there he is. The one and only Jedi Singh. Now, if you don't like kill streaks, you won't like many of these videos. But if you like kill streaks and funny glitches and stuff, you have to go and give this guy some support because he deserves it. He's actually not that far away from 1,000 himself, so he can't stream as much as he used to because where he's at the moment, the internet's not the best. But as you can see, he's putting up look at that, 106 Luke Skywalker streak, 49 Chewbacca streak. Did a birthday stream. Look at that, 600 views. You had a ridiculous number of likes. So yeah, so if you get a chance, get yourself up on the screen. Yeah, go and visit Jedi Singh. And I'm just going down the messages. Yeah, YouTube is glitchy, alright. But like I said, the chairman, that was OBS. I don't know why, but OBS didn't update the stream key because I went and compared them. It was completely wrong. That's why I was streaming and the light was on, but nothing was happening. There's this Clip Films. Hey, Clip Films Melbourne. How are you, man? What are you up to? Oh yeah, everyone's here. 15 people watching. 15 people watching, and I'm just sitting here talking crap. Wow. Fatima the banana. Fatima the banana. Hang on a sec. Fatima the banana. Oh, I'm already subscribed to you. Okay. I'll have to go and have a look at your videos later. Oh, I like that name, Fatima the banana. That's cute. How are you, Fatima? Oh, did I show you my lightsaber? So one of my friends got that off someone that he was paying at his house, and he was clearing out his attic, and that was in there, and he knew what it was, and he knows I like Star Wars, and he grabbed it for me. And it works perfectly. Just slightly dinged there, probably from the kids playing with it or whatever, but otherwise it's the only other thing, I think there's something missing here. I think there's supposed to be an ending there, but apart from that, yeah, it's perfect. I just don't know what these buttons do. So I know that switches it on. So there's been another one there and there. I haven't quite worked it out. I could go look up the instructions online if I find it for the exact model and figure out what's going on. But yeah, it's a really nice lightsaber. I actually saw somebody, you know those protests in Hong Kong? One of the protesters was actually holding a blue lightsaber, but he had the expensive one with the glass and that, the really glowy one. I thought that was rather amusing that the Jedi are on the side of the Hong Kong protesters, but anyway. Right, I'll keep reading the messages. I thought you'd live streamed before. No. Why isn't Bernays a mod? G'day mate, hey Jedi. Real Hero Gaming. Kabas, my sis changed my name. Ah, Kabas, okay. I like it. Fatima the banana, I think it's really cute. I think your sister made a good choice actually, but yeah. Yeah, the banana. I already support you, chairman. That's good, Snowball. You're a good man. You're good at Apex too. Side of the head, camera boy. Hey, it's better than the back of the head. At least you can see what I look like now. Oh yeah, Aaron, you can tell it's the first FaceCam stream, haha. Doing well though, bro. Oh, thank you, Exeter. That was very gentle of you. The Star Wars Lounge. Hey, how are you, Star Wars Lounge? What are you up to? Cool. No, he's done a lot of face cam videos. Always see the back of his head. I know, I did that on purpose. Because I used to have the camera there. And the reason why I do that is if I did a big stuff up or pulled off a trick shot, I could just turn around and go and give one of my looks. That's why. Larry the Stormtrooper, make the Stormtrooper helmet expression. Hey, Concept Player 1, how are you, man? Oh, thank you, mate. Oh, I appreciate all the congratulations. Wow. Hey, Brandster. It's supposed to be funny. Congrats, bro. No worries, mate. You were worrying about the stream not working, but you needed to tell you laugh out loud. Well, you know, I was on the point of actually having a meltdown. I was about to lose my temper. Because I've been trying to do this since, what was it, about 3:30 in the morning when I first tried to stream from PlayStation and just couldn't do it. And I've been screwing around ever since. I was just about to lose my temper too. Imagine if I lost my temper, I didn't even know you guys were streaming. Would have been even worse if I was a bit itchy on the backside, eh? Anyway. That's actually lucky the camera was pointing the other way so you wouldn't be able to see it. I actually point that camera the other way because you never know who's looking. What's this? A Ron. 12 people in the chat. Yep. So you're chilling, real hero. Hey Ben, how are you, man? Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you heard, but I figured out the issue. It was the damn key. Bernays, loved your comment. Commander Spark, hey mate, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Actually, guys. Alright, so that's Jedi Singh. Now, another person that I wanted to highlight. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get through everybody today, otherwise, this stream's going to last 12 hours, and that's probably a bit ridiculous. So, I'm going to pick a select few people, but obviously, I'm going to do the shout outs. I probably prefer to do it this way because it's a bit more like freestyle. But I might attempt like an edited video. Probably not as good as my glitches video, but I'll make a serious attempt at it, you know. Because there's quite a few of you that do that, and I think that really does help other people's channels, because I know I got a few shout outs and that definitely helps. So it's always good to have a bit of quid pro quo, as the Romans would say. Where's my friend? Where is he? This guy. This is my Swedish friend, the Emperor's Watch Gaming. He's a really good Battlefront player. Plays the objective, gets some really good kill streaks. I think his favourite player is Ray for the heroes. He hates Starfighter Assault and Ewok Hunt, which ironically are my two favourite modes, but hey, no one's perfect. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, please go and show Emperor's Watch some support. He's actually in Sweden. Actually streams from Sweden, and yeah, he's got quite a sense of humour. Yeah, good old Emperor. Right, I'll go back to the comments. I am Kavas. What's this? Whale.com, everyone. What's the whale symbol mean? Anyway, I've got to go. Church stuff. Alright, no worries, Clip Films. Well, thanks for popping by, man. I really appreciate it. Come on, guys. Let's like on the stream. Thank you, Chairman. This is cool hanging with DJ. Oh, yeah, I'm barely keeping up with the comments. Come on, guys. 30 likes. Let's hit it. Nipple clamp. Oof. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I can't. Oh, I don't like my nipples being touched. I don't care how hot the chick is. I hate it. Can't stand my nipples being touched. I don't know how people can put clamps on them. Oh hell yeah, I have no volume, but yes. Welcome everyone. Oh, welcome. Okay, I get it now. Improved gaming. Hey, how are you, man? Oh, welcome to the stream, man. How you going? Ah, before I keep going with the messages, I've got my next show and tell. So that was the lightsaber. This one, I actually did some work myself. Goddamn Sydney. Oh, it's a clean city. Yeah, right. This, as you probably recognise, is a Venator class from the Clone Wars. So basically, my friend who got me that lightsaber a couple of years ago found this, but it was only the plastic, like there was no painting, no markings and all that, right? And it was still in the box. So what we did is, oh shit! I thought my streams froze then because I just noticed it locked up. That's right. So what I did, all that red, my friend hand painted these bits. I did that bit, the white there, and then put tape over these bits and spray painted the rest in this silver. Right, because he's a professional painter. I don't know if it's hard to see the detail, but it's got a hell of a lot of detail. That's my favourite part, is the back end of it. Looks really cool. So basically I've got that sitting on the table just there. So basically that way. Sorry, I didn't mean to point like that, look a little bit rude, but yeah, so once it was hand painted and all that, and I put the stickers on, all the rest, read the instructions, it looks really cool. It's got all its components too, so this is a complete model. So yes, I've just got that on a display over there. Another nice free gift. Mind you, this stuff is only the last few years. I've got stuff from the 1970s, but I'll pull that out another time. Actually, I was going to show you my clock. Actually, I'll show you my clock in a sec. I'll go back to the messages. Hey, Chewy Cookies, how are you, man? What are you up to? Handsome? Man, I'm old. I'm ready to be wheeled into the nursing home. What are you talking about? Handsome dude. Ah, that actually reminds me. Okay, so that's the Emperor's watch. Okay, the next one. Is my mate up here. How do you like my mouse? I've got one of those expensive mouses where you just flick the dial and it'll keep spinning. Alright, a really good friend of mine, Chewy Cookies Games. I know he's going to deny this, but I don't care. He's a Borderlands master. He's really good at Battlefront. Like, if you get him in a vehicle, if you're in an AT-AT, you're in trouble. If he's in an airspeeder, has a fanatical attachment to completing the objectives. So yeah, so if you guys get a chance, yeah, go and pay him a visit. I'm sure he'll be happy. I know I will. What other games do you have, Chew? Actually, you've been doing Borderlands. Have you done anything else? Yeah, no, mainly Borderlands 3, of course. Right. More messages. Do you think it's okay to just sit outside and watch this rather than work? I think the Australian answer would be if you can get away with it. What? Fuck yeah, Bernays. Yeah, it is. DJ doesn't even have the bell on for my channel. I'm sad. Gonna go cry. Oh god, his lightsaber yet again. Really? I don't have the bell. Oh, you mean this bell? Oh, I must have forgotten to click it. Sorry, man. Now I'm going to get everyone annoying me to press this bell. Alright, Singy, sorry man. Didn't realise. There you go. Done. Now, we go back to Chewy. Don't forget Chewy. Don't forget Chewy. Non dimenticare mio caro amigo. Right. Star Wars Lounge. Now DJ is getting his lightsaber out. Oh boy. Oh snap, he's got a lightsaber. Laugh out loud. That's a big lightsaber. I usually only hear that on... no, I won't say that. Cool. Hey, Mod Skywalker, what's happening? Star Bonnie Wren. Hey, Star Bonnie, how are you? Star Bonnie Wren. Your name's not familiar. I'll just go to your channel quickly. Oh, you're on 444. Huh. Nice number. Oh, okay, yeah, you know. No recent activity. Oh, I'm already with your channel. Okay, cool. I probably haven't seen you for a while, mate. How have you been? What have you been up to? So, Chewy, how's everybody's day, evening, or whatever? Well, I'm happy now that I've got the stream running. So I can actually talk to everyone and say thank you very much for helping me get to 1,000 subs, because without you guys I would have been screwed. Aaron has a massive lightsaber, you should check it out. Really, Star Wars Lounge? Oh, that's funny. Gonna head to bed, see you ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, good night, Exeter gently. That's why I'm a bit frustrated, because if I'd started the stream earlier, you guys would still be up. Yeah, oh. Damn it. Is that brandy? Is that brandy? Where? Well, that bottle over there. No, that's water. I don't have brandy. I've got 25-year-old Scotch and I've got some bourbon in there, but that's in the cabinet. You can't see. It's not on display. The Jedis are on the side of freedom and justice. Of course, they're on the side of the protesters. Yes, Dewey. But it just looked funny with that blue lightsaber. It was just so glowy. Yeah. And it was the high quality one, because I can tell the difference. The Force is with them. Hey Lolly, how are you? Oh, thank you. How are you, Dale? What are you up to? I saw you guys were playing earlier, but I was having problems. I couldn't join. Good to see you, amigo. Congratulations on... Oh, thank you, Mr. Wolf. You're a good man. You've been a really, really good friend over the years, man. DJ missed like half the comments. No, I haven't, because I'm working my way down. Sucks that streaming is broken. I think the PlayStation one's going to be a problem for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if tonight I try again and I can't, which is going to be annoying. Okay, I have added to everyone's sub count in the chat. Star Wars Lounge, a bit like Aaron missing comments. One of the looks... Mamma mia, the comments are just coming thick and fast. Hey Bernays. Hello Brandster. Why is it's Brandster Star Wars Lounge? Have you changed your name, Brandster? Have you? On your channel? Have you? Yeah, I'm just checking in here. Okay. Okay, keep going. I've also noticed that none of our friends who stream off the PS4 have been streaming recently. No, because you can't do it, Chewy. Until they fix that, there's nothing we can do. That's what makes me think they should fix it fairly quickly, because a lot of people are going to bitch about it, but we are talking about, we are talking about PlayStation. Seeing I'm streaming off my computer, I can say whatever I want. When Slash is streaming since morning. Well, that's the thing, Mr. Wolf. I don't understand because a few people in my party would try and get the same error message and that. So I don't know. Unless Slashy started a lot earlier. Maybe he started before this happened. Who knows? Yeah, it's going through a cock up on YouTube, alright. I just have to do volume for a bit again. Hiya Bernays, how's work? What's a FUM alarm? What's FUM alarm? I enjoy the update. You mean the Battlefront 2 update? Yeah, it is a good update. Oh, it's a very good update. Just a shame I didn't get a chance to do much of it though. Whoever just added to my sub count, thanks. Yeah, no worries, Chairman. Deserve it. Work is busy, family, but I'm in charge of myself today, so that's nice. Commander Spark, I just added to your sub count. Thanks, Chairman. Aya Bernays mind me asking what you do. DJ gonna fart on the stream, please? No. I'm on my best behaviour. I'm supposed to be thanking you guys for supporting me, not sitting here being a pig. I saved that for my normal gaming streams. Star Wars Lounge, Venator, nice. I work for a logistics company at the airport. I'm mostly customer based and inventory control. I'm doing inventory today. Yep. I used to do that many years ago. That's patience. Oh yeah, Bernays. Hey, Majestic. Hey mate, how you going? I'm speaking to you for a little while. What have you been up to? Are you still thrashing people on Apex, or have you moved on to another game? Greener pastures, new victims. Oh, thank you, Majestic. I appreciate that, mate. The Chairman, Majestic, I just added to your sub count. Thanks, dude. I mainly do need for speed and Set Wars. I thought you played Apex. Used to be Star Wars Battlefront main. Are you off to bed, Jedi Singh? Oh, no worries, man. Oh, listen, thanks, man. I'll try and catch up with you tomorrow. Hopefully everything will be working. I was supposed to do a joint stream with German Turtle and Sniper Elite, but if he's going to have the same problem as me, I'm not going to be able to do it. Hey, El Summers, how are you, man? Welcome. Oh, another show and tell. Yeah. Check this out. Where is it? Oh, look at this. Hang on a sec. No, not that one. Not that one. Yeah. So, are you guys familiar with the glory days of LucasArts? When they used to make really decent Star Wars games? Right, there was a game that came out and it was called Jedi Knight 2, which was the sequel to Dark Forces, which was the first, I believe it was the first PC game that came out exclusively on CD-ROM. They didn't have the little floppy disks anymore. So anyway, that's the second one. But this is Jedi Knight 2. So after Jedi Knight 2, then they did Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. Right? That is that game on PC. This is in a limited edition box. Is it upside down? No, it's in the right way. I don't know if you can see that. So inside, so you get the usual high quality disc when they actually took artwork seriously. And speaking of artwork, so this is when they used to give you decent stuff. Look at that. That's the original Jedi Outcast poster, still in the box. This is probably only the second or third time I've ever actually taken it out of the box. Still in mint condition. Wouldn't bother hold it. I wouldn't hang that one up. But this is the bit I want to show you guys, because you see this? If I do that, see how many pages there are? This is an instructions book, right? That is an instructions book for a video game. And they have stopped putting these in video games in recent years. You look at Battlefront 2, all you get is a plain CD case with the CD in it, that's it. They can't even bother manufacturing these anymore, right? And these are a work of art in themselves. And it's a real shame. Because some of the interesting stuff I found out about Star Wars, I sometimes found out from reading these instructions, because what they do, at the back, they start going through some of the specifications of the enemies, where they come from, and sometimes they reveal information. So that's the page there, for example. They reveal the information of the different characters, and occasionally they'll put stuff in there that's not in the movies, right? So it's almost like it's like an extended universe. And now with modern video games, they do not do this anymore, and it's almost like a lost art, and it's a real shame. Because a lot of the pleasure of the video game was in the artwork on the box, but the effort that they put into the instructions booklet. Now, by the way, another reason why this was a rare edition, there was something else in that, which I'm going to grab now. So I've got to fold it away in here at the moment. See that? That's the t-shirt. That's the t-shirt that was folded in that box. So I got that as well. That's in mint condition. I think I've only worn it once. That's it. It's in mint condition. That's the sort of stuff they used to give you in video games. Now, it's like, here you go. Here's an electronic download, and yeah, you'll be right. Look after yourself, you know. That's a shame. But anyway, it's not the end of the world, but I just think it's a shame. It's like a lost art. It's not like that these video game companies aren't making a lot of money, and yeah, they just, you know, save $100 grand on doing decent instruction booklets, you know, so you've got to go online and all that. I don't know, it's a shame. Because I've got a lot of these in my collection. Right, okay, going through the messages. How do you leave us, Aaron? But good night. I can confirm I am Branster. Oh, so it is you. Oh, cool, Branster. How are you, man? Oh, I'm glad you could pop by. Good morning. Glad you guys could drop on by. Sorry, Bernays. Have a great day at work. Is that your face reveal? If so, you and Jeff must be dripping in it. What the hell? What's that supposed to mean, Neil Summers? Oh yeah, because Jeff did the same thing. Okay, yeah, you're right, because that's the first time I saw what he looked like too. I left a like, DJ. I will see you guys later. Alright, Chairman, have a good one, mate. Are you going as well, Snowball? Okay, cool, man. Later, Snowball. True Cookies game later. Nice. Deej, when do you think you're getting Borderlands 3? I'm not entirely sure. I've still got a lot on my plate at the moment. I'm playing too many games. Borderlands pre-sequel, Sniper Elite, Apex. I still haven't touched Wipeout Amiga, and I haven't even touched Sonic Mania. And I suspect I'll be getting that Jedi Fallen Hero, whatever that is. So yeah, I got a lot on my plate at the moment. I shared your YouTube link. Oh, thank you, Majestic. DJ, they don't make instruction manuals as for I am learn game development. It's cause in the intro of the game there's usually a basic introduction and tutorial. Yeah, I know, but still, I just miss it, man. It's just a shame. It's not the same. But anyway, no, I suppose you got a point. Oh yeah, because you're studying. Yeah, that's right, Majestic. I remember you mentioning that to me. Anyway, it's 1:30 a.m, so I better head to bed. Take care, congratulations again. Thank you, Brandster. God, I'm probably saying thank you to everyone after they've already gone to bed. I'll still be lurking and working. I think I actually got to the bottom of my messages. Oh yeah, I did too. Oh cool. Let's go and visit our next suspect. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. Now, the Lost Celestin, if you already know him, he doesn't require any introduction. Basically, his streams are what we call in Australia bloody entertaining. So, yeah, if you haven't had a chance to check the Lost Celestin out, then yeah, you're missing out, and I'd probably suggest that you do. Very strongly suggest it. Plays a lot of Battlefront. He's actually got quite a wide spread of games. Sometimes he even plays retro games. Yeah, let's have a look at the playlists. So he's got Battlefront, other games. So he's got Grand Theft Auto. What was the old game that you were playing? Who was it? Oh yeah, Halo, Far Cry 5. Actually, he was doing that with me. We were doing that in co-op. What other games have we got here? What else has he got? Minecraft. Yeah, as you can see, he's very busy, especially with the thumbnails and that. So yeah, he's a good man. He's been one of my most loyal supporters. Haven't you, Jeff? What's this? You're going to do that again, stream with Jeff? Yeah, we were going to do. I don't know what happened. Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? We were supposed to do Far Cry 5, and then something happened. On the Tuesday, the Wednesday, we were supposed to do it, and it got cancelled. And I'm going to try and organise it maybe next week or something. Actually, I might message him now. Actually, oh no, I can't because. No, it's late at night. There'd be 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. No, I better not, because if I wake him up, that would annoy me. Actually, actually I can message him. I'll message you on Discord later. I won't do it now, otherwise if I log in, everyone will see what I'm doing. You got too many games, Majestic. Yeah, I know. I like to try and finish as many as I can. I don't like having too many on the go. But I decided to take on a couple of extra games only because I was sick and tired of Battlefront 2. Like, it was just too much playing that all the time. And now I think I actually enjoy Battlefront more because, you know, I play Horizon Zero Dawn one night, and then I play Apex, then I play Sniper Elite. So by the time I get to Battlefront, it feels a bit fresher. But if I start playing it every day, after a while, I just get over it. The other issue too with Battlefront, which I probably don't need to remind everyone here, is empty lobbies, and I'm really bloody sick of it. You can't do that where you're in a game with 40 people on GA, you've just played 3 or 4 rounds in a row with a full lobby, and then suddenly you and 3 other people are in a completely empty lobby. just bullshit like that. So at least when I go to Sniper Elite or whatever, everything loads. I mean, Apex, I never have connection issues or whatever. Having said that though, the new update is pretty good, like for Lucia and that, and the co-op. So I don't know, Majestic, if you haven't touched Battlefront 2 for a while, but if you haven't tried the Felucia map, you should try it. You can even do it in co-op offline, so you don't have to worry about people annoying you. Yeah, it's good to mix, isn't it? Hey, no, bot E. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I will, mate, I will. I'll definitely be keeping it up. And you too. No, thanks for your support, man. I really appreciated it. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have to do another show and tell. Alright, what am I going to show this time? Hang on a sec. Let me think. Actually, I wonder if my clock, I wonder if you guys can see this. I wonder if it's long enough to reach over. Oh, yes it is. Okay. Is it long? Oh no. Oh no, it comes up to here. Oh, it's just outside of the camera. Ah. Damn it. Ah, damn it. I'll have to turn the camera around for the... Oh, I can't show you the clock. Damn, it's too short. I've got to oh, damn it. Why can't I stretch that over there? Bloody cord's too short, man. Damn these companies that make cords. The cords are shorter than my bloody hand, you know? Like, what do they think we do? We live in a shoebox or something. Such horseshit. Right. I'll have to grab something else. Hang on. Right, guys, give me 1 sec, because it's going to take me a couple of minutes to pull this out properly, otherwise I'm going to break it. So just give me a sec. I haven't disappeared. Okay. Can you see that? Right, that's an X-Wing, and I built that back in 1986. So that's the X-Wing from Return of the Jedi. Obviously now it's 33 years old. Obviously the sticker and all that has worn out a little bit, but this one is one of those click. See, you click them on. I had other ones that you use the glue So they're the old traditional style models you used to get in the 70s and 80s, like the ones for the World War II battleships and that. We used to glue them together, hand paint them, put the stickers. But that one's actually a clip-on. I've actually got the original box of this as well. But that I've got on display in my cabinet over there, in my glass cabinet. I might even do a separate video, and actually show my entire collection, like do a proper one. But that's an example of some of the stuff I've got from that period. It's unfortunately it's not as white as it used to be. It's gone a bit yellow. Old age, unfortunately. Changes colour like the hair on my head from black to grey. I miss doing those. I miss doing those models. I used to really love doing those models. I've got an AT-18 there too, but it's so delicate that I hardly ever touch it. Probably fall apart at the touch. Better catch up with the messages. Last time I played Battlefront 2 was when Anakin came out. When Anakin came out, holy crap, you'll probably have heaps of updates to do. That last update with Felucia, that was a 6.5 gig update. Congrats man, 1K, well done, keep up the grind. Last time, pleasure mate, love my fellow Aussies. Oh, you were streaming with the mask and the flag behind you. Yes, I remember. I remember no botty. Yep, classic. Who's your next victim? Who's my next victim? What, my next victim? Dude, you're gonna want to play some pre-sequel in a bit. Oh, I don't think so, Chewy, because I think after this I'm gonna have lunch. It's already 10:30 AM. And I started this stream at least 2 or 3 hours later. Eventually I'm gonna have to go to sleep because I've been up since about, when did I get up? At about 1 o'clock in the morning. I sort of do want to do some gaming, but I'm a bit demotivated with everything that's happened this morning because I couldn't do anything. Oh, thanks, Chewy. I appreciate it though, man. Chords the source of so much anger, laugh out loud. I'm BBIAB. Well, that's the thing, Chewy. I've got a lot of my, I've got 2 train sets from 1979. One of them is Lima, which is a really good brand. I've still got them. I've still got the Atari 2600. I've got at least a dozen board games from the 70s, Scrabble and all those games. I've still got all of them up there. What else do I have? God, I've got most of my toys from when I was younger. I've still got most of them. Stupid parents wanted to throw them out. And I told them once, because my mum and my father threatened to throw a lot of that stuff out one day, and I basically told them, if you do that, I'll get all the wedding and family photos, pile them in the garden, pour petrol on them, and I will burn them. That's the only reason why I've still got this stuff. Actually, we had a really massive confrontation one night, and I just said, no, I'm not throwing them out. I'm glad I didn't, because I've been using a lot of that stuff. But that's another story anyway. Is that thing playing up? No, it's still working. Okay, so who are we going to visit now? Who's the next one? I don't need to visit. He'd be asleep now. Where are we? Here we go. This is my good mate Jacobite. Oh, he's changed his name just to Jacobite. He used to be Jacobite Star Wars. Oh, okay. So now it's just Jacobite. So he's a really good friend of mine. Like Per, he's very, very good with the heroes, gets a lot of good kill streaks. Like the Emperor's Watch, he's not too crazy about Starfighter Assault or Ewok Hunt, but what can you do? Yeah, if you can show Jacobite some support, that'd be really, really appreciated. Yeah, he's a really, really good bloke, as we say in Australia. He's a really, really good friend. Most of the people that I've mentioned tonight, they all know each other as well. So some of them are even in a WhatsApp group and they chat and all the rest of it. So quite a close group. So yeah, if you get a chance, you go and say hello to my mate Jacobite. Okay. Messages. Jacobosk. That's right. Mr. Z. Hey, Mr. Z. How are you, mate? What's happening? Yep. Although Jacobite doesn't want to be Jacobosk anymore because he's very unhappy about the jump on Bosca's being restricted. Yeah, I don't know whether they should have done it. I think they nerfed that jump a little bit too much, but what can you do? They like tinkering with this game, don't they? Hey King, how are you, man? LJ, what's happening? Oh, thank you, mate. Yeah, finally got there. Just managed to claw my way there. Just on the line too. I think I'm still on, according to my clock, I'm still on 1,000. So yeah, I'm just on the line. Yeah, I'm pretty good, mate. I had a few dramas this morning trying to get the stream running, but I seem to be back on track. At least on the computer. They changed the, I don't know what's going on with OBS, but it's not updating the stream key. Had the wrong one in there. Oh, did you see my X-Wing, Mr. Z? Did you like it, did you? Ah, cool. So what are you up to, Kingy? Like, you're just kicking up your feet today? Having a nice Sunday? The weather up there must be pretty hot. You guys are getting roasted in Queensland with that drought and all that, man. It's bullshit. Same in New South Wales, man. They're talking about abandoning some of the smaller towns. In some areas, the water's just running out. It's just ridiculous. Just for everyone that's not in Australia, we're going through a quite a nasty drought. This one's a little bit different to the others because the rain just doesn't come. So they've now been discussing abandoning some of the more isolated towns and villages in the bush because if these places, if the fire surrounds them, there's nothing we can do to help them. So in other words, that land is becoming so hot and dry and prone to fire, it's becoming unlivable basically. So yeah, I don't want to go talking about climate change or whatever, but we're seeing the evidence here quite starkly. I know that our dam, the dam that supplies Sydney, is only half capacity. Rained 2 weeks ago, really heavy rain, and it made no difference to it because it got all soaked up by the ground. So yeah, we're going to have a very interesting summer. Now, how long have I... Sorry, just excuse me for 1 sec. Let's see how long I've... Okay, so I've been live for almost an hour. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I hope so too, Chewy, but yeah, I think this is a problem everywhere. We just have a... See, in Australia, it'll be a little bit like Saudi Arabia or the Saharan area. Areas that are already hot, they get hotter, that's it. They're unlivable. And unfortunately, we've got large areas of Australia that are just not they're bloody hot already. You know, they get 40 degrees every day, and they don't need to. They don't need to get any hotter. It's already hot enough as it is. So it's just getting ridiculous. What's this? Vicentio's neighbourhood lost drinkable water recently. Well, that's the issue that we're having here. And that's exactly the issue that we're having here, Chewy, because, you know, the rivers and the streams are literally running dry. And if you look at a picture of some of the dams, right, you can actually see the depth of the dam because it's empty. Well, that's the other problem too. The water, as it gets lower and lower, obviously its quality gets poorer and poorer. So that's the other thing too. Like 50% dam capacity is misleading, because if it gets around 15, the quality of the water is, you know, what do you do? At least he has bottled water. Yeah. I mean, they truck in water from the coast, but yeah, because you can imagine it's expensive. And see, that's the thing though, a lot of the local councils have to pay for that, and over time they just run out of money, so it just becomes uneconomical to maintain those places. But it's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's got his bottled water. We need rain though, not bottled water. That's the problem. Alright, let's see, who else am I going to visit? Have I missed anyone? Aha! Yes. Okay. This is another really good friend of mine, Teletubby. He plays a lot of games. I know him for his skills on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, on the team deathmatch and the prop hunt. But as you can see, he plays a lot of other games too, Gran Turismo and Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator? What? Okay, I didn't know he was playing Farming Simulator. Okay. Yeah, Resident Evil 2, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. He likes his Dead by Daylight. Borderlands. Is that Borderlands 3 he's playing? Yeah, it's Borderlands 3, I think. Yeah, I can tell from the display. Yeah, Dead by Daylight. So it's got quite a few there. So if you get a chance, yeah, go and visit my friend Teletubby. He's in England. Actually lives in England. So, but he's helped me a lot with support and that. Like, we've been helping each other when we've been doing joint streams, being in the same parties. So he's been sick in the last week, which is why he's doing some short streams at the moment. He's starting to get better now. He only did about an hour for those ones. There's damn flu going around at the moment. It's really annoying. Oh, yeah, Aviation Girl. Hey, how are you? Haha, now you know what I look like. Concert Player 1. Hey, dude. Got time for some Far Cry New Dawn one of these days. I want to chase platinum in that game. Oh, mate, I really liked Far Cry New Dawn, and that would be my pleasure. Just at the moment, I'm not in the mood for playing games because of that. The stream doesn't work. So when that's working again, I'll. Well, I suppose tonight I'll have to. I think tonight I'm doing Sniper Elite, the German turtle, so regardless of whether I can stream or not, I'm going to play it anyway. But I can help you during the week with New Dawn. I've actually helped a couple of people finish that game. There's a couple of trophies from memory that you have to do on your own. I think one of them is to take an outpost without being detected.
a level 3 outpost. I know how to do it. In one of my Far Cry New Dawn videos, I have to go and find it, but I actually did it in the first 16 minutes of the video. It took me 16 minutes, but it was the base that's on top of a hill, and it used to have a radar thing and a dome on top. Of the dome is partially damaged. It's that one because they're all crowded close together. There's a couple other ones as well, but the multiplayer can help definitely, because I think you've got to do a level 3 expedition in co-op or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely give you a hand, man, no worries. Oh, Bernays, you're still here. Yeah, one of these days, mate. Yep, definitely. Yep, that stuff. Yep. Yeah, it's a good game too. I do like Far Cry New Dawn. I've always enjoyed the Far Cry series. I remember many years ago, the original Far Cry came out, and I remember a couple of my friends who were quite into the gaming at the time kept going on and on and on about this game. And in fact, one of them gave me a copy. It was a copy. I'll just leave it at that. And I couldn't believe how big that game was. I just couldn't believe how hard the enemies were. And I learnt that it was one of those games where you can't rush in the room and machine gun everyone because the enemies are not easy to kill. You sort of got to sneak up on them and move around a bit. But that was the first game where you could use a hang glider. So that one was set on these islands. Then there was the second one I played again on PC. That was in Africa. The only issue I had with that game is you'd clear out a checkpoint, drive through it 2 minutes later, and it was totally remanned. So you'd have to fight your way through it again. That's silly because at least give half a day before that checkpoint's remanned, not 2 minutes. But that was the only complaint I had. Apart from that, it was an awesome game. I skipped Far Cry 3 for a few years, went to 4 on the PlayStation, which was Nepal, which I quite liked. Then when I bought 5, 3 came with 5, so I did 5, then I went back and did 3. And everyone said 3 was the best, and I'd have to agree, particularly the cutscenes, it was the best. So yeah, so I played all the Far Cries, but my favourite was Primal, which I only finished a few weeks ago. That impressed me. In fact, in some ways, even though it's Far Cry Primal, in a sense, it's a game a little bit separated from the other 5 because the other 5 have got guns and planes and cars, whereas in Primal, you're back in the prehistoric period, but it had the same mechanics, but so well adapted. Like if someone said to me, go and play a game set in prehistoric times, I would have yawned. But, you know, Far Cry Primal was a work of art. Awesome game. Yeah, so just checking up on the messages. Hey Cyclone, how are you, man? Oh, nice to see you, dude. Yeah, the Platinum. The Platinum Far Cry New Dawn is not too bad. It's not too bad. There was only a couple things that I struggled with. I think another one was you had to kill one of every animal. But if you go online and look that up, it's not every animal. It's got a specific list that you got to get. You can then look in where you've collected skins and you can see which one you missed. But I bet you it's the bird, the duck. You've got to sneak up on those bastards and get a long range arrow shot. Don't use a gun because it blows them to smithereens and there's nothing to collect, so you can't get that trophy. But yeah, I bet you it's the duck. I know exactly the pond to go to get the duck. Hello there, Cyan. Chucky. I love how everyone calls you Chucky Bernays. Hey, Cyclone. What's that? A Bali copy? Yeah. Well, Far Cry 3 also tapped into... There's a story that a Chinese admiral actually was pirating around where today we call Malaysia, around where Singapore is today. And the Chinese, well, obviously it wasn't the government back then, it was a an empire. They sent a fleet down to destroy this lot because what they were basically doing was something similar to what you saw in Far Cry 3. That's why there's reference to those Chinese fleet that visited a few hundred years earlier. They're referring to that. That's actually historically true. I found out, which is why there's a lot of presence of Chinese people, Indonesia, Malaysia. It actually goes back a lot longer than 50, 100 years. It goes back 300 or 400 years. What's this one? What's up, DJ? Just on Black Ops 4? Quack. Are you going alphabetical? Am I going alphabetical? Aviation girl. Hiya. I think we chased those ducks together once. It was funny. Yeah, see the thing is with the duck, what you got to do is you go there with the, I think it's the dog that spots things from a distance, and you make sure the dog stands next to you. When you go near that pond, right, if the dog sees a duck hidden in the grass, you'll see the little symbol, but you won't see the duck, so you've got to shoot a little bit under that symbol to get him. That's how I got him. It's hard. You can try and take a pot shot as he takes off, but that's almost impossible. Strange to finally see my face. It's not that bad, is it? Could be worse. Don't forget I'm over 50. You know, I'm not young. I'm double the age of most of you, so you're not going to see the statue of David. My girlfriend got me so many PS2 games copies from Bali back in the days. It was awesome, cheap as and great games. From Bali, you didn't have the issue with the zone or region locks, because there was a problem. You had to be careful when you bought video games overseas, because some people would buy, say, a PlayStation game in Japan, come back here and it wouldn't work because of the region lock. Now I've heard that there are ways to get around that. I know on PC we used to use what we call the regional crack. So basically this crack would remove the region restriction from the game. And while I don't normally approve of doing that sort of thing, in that specific instance I sort of agree, because if I'm in Japan or Nigeria or Rome and I buy a copy of Borderlands, I expect it to work in any console, considering that my money, the money that you and I pay that we work bloody hard for, is legal tender, right? And if they don't accept Australian dollars in Nigeria, you convert it into Nigerian currency. That's how it works. So that whole regional lock thing was just bullshit, and people just got around it so easily that after a while, I think they don't do it as often as they used to. But you're lucky. If you got the games from Bali and they worked, you're lucky. Because I had to crack them. You had to buy a modded PS2 in Singers in Singapore. Yeah, but there you go. But you had to get the modded PS2s. You've got to be aware of all of this. Yeah. Yeah, no, I used to crack them on the computer all the time. I used to use the no CD crack, so you could actually fool the game into thinking that the CD was in there, but it wasn't. But the main reason why I did that is I got sick and tired of swapping CDs all the time, so I cracked them all one night. I just did all of them, and yeah, they all worked without CD. It was funny actually. I was even playing Star Wars, what was it, The Force Unleashed. Even that one I'd cracked it at the time. So it doesn't need a disc. I also used to have a program that used to create what they call an ISO file, which was actually the file image of the game. Anyway, I better not say too much. That was the same problem too. I don't know if it is now, but when you used to buy DVDs, movies and that, same problem sometimes. You buy one in Europe, bring it back to Australia, stick it in the DVD player, the son of a bitch wouldn't work. Yeah. Did it work like a charm? Imagine how much money I saved. Well, that's the thing, concept. In Australia, we get hammered with the prices of CDs and games. We're constantly paying 10 or 20 bucks more than for the same game overseas. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of Australians sometimes they get the shits and they try to get around it one way or another, because we just pay a lot for video games here. They're quite expensive. I remember Far Cry New Dawn. It was the so-called deluxe edition. I had to pay $65 Australian, which I actually thought, no, sorry, $85 Australian, which was a little bit steep, I thought. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed the game, but if you notice, if you go buy online on the PlayStation Store, the prices in there, I believe, reflect more the overseas prices than the Australian prices, because I've noticed the difference in price between getting the game online on the PlayStation and buying it here. The same problem with music as well. Anyone that lives in Australia will know what I'm talking about, especially if you lived in the 80s and 90s. It was quite a problem because a lot of customers were complaining and saying that this is actually restricting competition, and it's just it was a bit of a farce actually. Well, that's the thing. Eventually, they came out with region-free DVD players and that. But in the meantime, if you were the poor bastard that bought the DVD player 2 years earlier, you still had that problem, unless you knew how to do a modification. So, I'm just so used to just hearing your voice, so it's cool to finally see your face. I will never be brave enough to show my face. So you can have a look at my face, look. I'm just watching the replay of that. Oh, yeah, disturbing. I hear some of the new games cost over €100. Oh, €100? €100, that'd be about, what's the exchange rate? $1 by 60 euro cents roughly, so 610. Oh, jeez. I'm doing a in the head calculation, I could be wrong. Confirm this to me in the chat. That works out to about $165, $170 Australian roughly. Yeah, maybe about $160. Bloody hell. That's expensive. Whoa. Holy crap. What the hell was going on in Europe? I thought the European community was supposed to make everything better, not worse. What the hell? You gonna hop off, Chewy? Alright, no worries, man. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll catch up with you soon. Yeah, have a good one. $181 Australian. $181. I mean, how can a video game be approaching $200? I mean, what the hell? I mean, how much money are these people making? With the bloody skins and the loot crates and all the other bullshit, and they got to pay extra for deluxe edition, pay extra for special edition. Oh, for goodness sakes. Such a... I just miss the old days when they just made a game, the DLC was included, it was complete, there was virtually no bugs, no update, it was a complete game. Now, they release games and they're a constant work in progress. I don't know, maybe I'm probably just old school. People earn double here, that's why. Well, yeah, that's true. I suppose you've got to compare the average. You'd have to compare the minimum wage in that country compared to ours, and then the average wage, and so I suppose maybe the purchasing power. But still, that's a lot of money for a video game, right? That's a lot of money. I think it's a little bit too much, actually. What is my computer doing? Oh, it must be doing an update in the background. Yeah, it's doing an update. Alright. I'm a bit awful now. God damn, nearly an hour and a half I've been chatting away. Alright. I'm going to find one more prop. One more show and tell. Where's my Now you can probably guess who that is. C3PO. Right, so it's meant to sit like that. Now, see how he's got a little latch there where his mouth is? So if I apply pressure there, just hang on a sec. Oh, okay, so I've got to flick it that way. So what happens is that opens up, and that is the roof of the cantina. Actually, I didn't realise the light behind me was so bright. Hang on. Here it is. That's probably better. Can you still see that? Oh, yeah, you can still see that. Okay, so that comes off. And have a look. Because my mate who gave this to me didn't know this. So I was fiddling around with it while he showed it to me. Look at this. Look at that. That is the cantina. That is the inside of the cantina. Look, it's even got the doors there. Look at it, with the seating, the two chairs. There's a little bar in that. You can see the band playing in the background. It's probably a little bit hard to see with the quality of the... I don't know if you can see in the inside there. How cool is that? That's just an awesome C3PO head. Oh, I didn't even know when you press that in there, it opens these doors. Oh, I didn't even know. Oh shit, I just did that by accident. Oh cool, look at that. Oh, I see what's going on. You can put a thing in, you can put something in there and push it forward. Oh, that's what it does. Because I've actually got a couple of the figurines. Because that actually looks more like the docking bay. And I found this Millennium Falcon. See how small it is? A little tiny Falcon. And I'm convinced that that goes in here, like so. And then you've got these little Stormtrooper figurines. Now, I found these separately. I don't know if you can see how clearly that is. Oh, it's so hard to line it up because I'm actually looking at a funny angle at the camera, but
I just put it. Yeah. Okay, that's clearer. And they're the same size. That's the perfect size for this. And I'm convinced that that and that belong in this thing, but I can't prove it because this I found in a separate bag to where I found that because I was helping my friend clear out some stuff. He had this, so I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that had figurines in it, but they've God knows what's happened to them. But this head dates back to. See if I can see the. Ah, there you go. 1994. So before the Phantom Menace. So it was back in there like that, all done. I'm just a protocol droid. I'm not very good at telling stories. Good old C-3PO. Okay. I've been enjoying this show and tell actually. Hang on a sec, I'm just going back through the messages. Before, if you made a broken game, it was broken forever. Now if you make a broken unfinished game, you can just fix it later with the updates. But that's my point, Aviation Girl. By having that mentality though, that means that as a gamer, well, from my point of view anyway, when I go buy a game, I'm assuming it's not completed now. Instead of assuming that it's completed, and that's a bit silly. But you are right, that's what's going on. Ghost Recon Breakpoint Ultimate Edition costs £92. $167, what? If it's going to be Ultimate Edition, it has to include at least one date with the supermodel of my choice, otherwise it's not worth it. Sorry, that's the way I feel about it. Ah, so you like my little helmet? Look at that, it's the Discovery Channel. Could you imagine me on the Discovery Channel? And now, on the Discovery Channel, Star Wars toys. Have you ever realised what cultural icons these Star Wars figures are? DJ Graz has gone behind the scenes into people's attics and broken into their bedrooms in order to bring you this report. Oh yeah! I might have to work on my technique a little bit. Discovery Channel, that's hilarious. Where did you get the Star Destroyer model? My friend was painting at a house. He walked outside, saw that there was a pile of like old furniture and that left on the side. Just as he turned away, he spotted that box, went to open it up, and that was in there. So whoever was throwing that out is an imbecile. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. But that's how I got my hands on that. He found it. Whereas the other stuff was cleared out of attics. That C-3PO helmet was actually given to me by a very good German friend of mine who I actually known. Actually, he's my longest friend. I've known him since university. He's now living in Tasmania. But when he was clearing stuff out, he found that. And he gave me something else too, but I'll save that for next time. But a lot of people know I love Star Wars, so if they see stuff like that, they grab it for me, which is really cool. They have become lazy now because they know that they can just fix it later, exactly. Well, we all know about that with Battlefront 2, don't we? And then even then they don't bloody fix it. That Vader choke, I still get throttled around sometimes, not as often, but
you want to get one like that. The Venator, oh, you could probably still pick up the. You could probably still pick up one of those, I suppose. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know whether that was prefabricated or whether someone put it together first. I don't know. I'd have to find the box. I can't remember if there was instructions in it or whether it was a clip-on. To me, it looks like a clip-on. The reason why I know it's a clip-on, you know how I tell? Because I used to do these models in the 70s and all that, and how I can tell is when I look at the Venator. For example, the turrets. Those turrets are already fixed on there. They haven't been glued on. That's how I know it's one of those ones you clip on. Because if it was a proper model where you had to use glue, then all those little bits would not be automatically stuck on there. You'd have to do it yourself. That's how I know. Because the engines at the back, I know they come out in one section. So it's a clip-on rather than a... So I prefer the glued models because they have more character. So if you look at my AT-AT, I might show that off next time. Holy shit, I actually forgot too. I've got a massive one of the starships. It's so big. See this table here? You can't really see, but there's a table. It's about that wide. Hang on, I've got to stand in the proper spot. That wide. Well, the ship that I have is that wide, so it nearly covers my table. In fact, I'm looking it up there now. It's on top of the bookcase. It's that big. It's that big. I can't display it anywhere else. If I put it anywhere else, it's in the way. It's ridiculously huge, actually. Well, look, concept, you never know. I might decide later on because I'm getting on a little bit and I don't have any kids or whatever. So some of that stuff I might end up putting it on online and selling it. But I might, if I do decide to do something like that, even just a limited sale or whatever, obviously I'll let all you guys know first so you get first dibs. So you never know, maybe one day I might put that on eBay or something like that, you know. But for now, I like looking at it. I really like looking at it, actually. So you're going to get the new Star Wars game around Christmas. Battlefront 2 and Fallout 76 are textbook examples of that, and that are only way too many games. Yeah, I heard about the issues with Fallout 76. Even German Turtle was quite upset about that. I was a bit annoyed about that as well, yeah. Which was a shame. I think that was a missed opportunity for Fallout to really drive home its advantage with that game. But anyway, whatever. I'm sure they'll come up with something else. Awesome. I always wanted Star Wars models since I was a kid, but didn't because they were always so expensive. Well, it depends on the model too. I mean, that one, the Venator, you know, I can get something for it, but you know, I'm not going to be bloody asking for $500 or whatever for that. But on the other hand, the stuff I've got from the 1970s, even that X-Wing, that's 33 years old, even if it is a bit yellow and yeah, I wouldn't accept $10 for that because there's the sentimental value as well. And I've even got the box for it too, but I know what you mean. In fact, I'll probably do the same with my train sets actually. I know there's a lot of people that go nuts over trains, and I know Lima's a really, really good brand. I don't know if they're still around anymore, but you always wanted the big models. Just give me one sec, guys, because I'm just going to get my soup out of the oven, not the oven, out of the fridge. So I'll just start to warm up. I suppose I probably could show something non-Star Wars related. So one of my friends went for a holiday to Europe and stopped off in Amsterdam for a week, and he saw this and thought of me straight away. Goddamn ashtray, Amsterdam. Now normally I wouldn't keep stuff like this, but I really like the colour, and I know obviously I never used it because I don't smoke. I gave up when I was 38, so that's 14 years ago or something like that, roughly 12 years ago, whatever it is. But I just like the green, yellow and the red. I just really like the colour. And you never know, someone might mistake that for the Canadian maple leaf. But I get some funny gifts. I've actually got from Israel a smoking pipe. Actually, I think I've got it over here. Right, this one. So apparently, well, one of my ex-girlfriends was holidaying in, of all places, Israel. She picks this up. What the fuck? Look at it. So apparently it goes in there and you light and move, whatever. No, it's dry. Blah. I've never tried it myself, but it does work. It's supposed to work. But yeah, this is some of the funny gifts I get from people. That's from an ex-girlfriend. An ex-girlfriend that later went into politics. Believe it or not, she actually went into politics. And I actually saw her on TV a few times too, and I'd look at this. This would remind me of it. How funny. Okay. Wow, an hour and a half I've been live. Wow. That's pretty good. Considering this is the first time I've ever tried doing this type of stream, it's actually good. They're not too bad at all. Just saying, you should check out where are we up to? Awesome. I always wanted Star Wars more since I was a kid, but didn't. Too expensive. I'm a Fallout fan, but I stay far away from that game. Mate, you should check out the Wolfenstein games. They're awesome. Yeah, I have. I played the original Wolfenstein 3D, the very first one. I played Return to Castle Wolfenstein. That was a good game. And I played another Wolfenstein. What was it? It was the Wolfenstein where in the cutscenes they resurrect an evil spirit from the year 943. And of course 1,000 years later it's 1943. I forget what that one was called. I don't think I've played the last couple that have come out, but I've played the three of them on the PC. It's a very good game, Wolfenstein, actually. Yeah, so much Star Wars stuff in your room right now. Don't have room for more. Yeah, Canada. Shisha. Oh, the flavoured liquids. Yeah, there was actually a health report. I think it was the Americans or whatever, or no, what country was it? No, it was another country, India. No, it was India. Has banned vaping. Apparently, they found a link to some type of lung disease or something. So there's a bit of controversy about the vaping right now. Yeah. Yes, particularly with the flavoured ones too. The last three Wolfenstein are awesome, mate. Check them out. Oh god, 3 Wolfensteins. Oh, just the thought of having to try that, because I remember that last Wolfenstein I played took forever. Oh, that was hard. Of course, being a completionist, I had to go look for every damn loot crate and every challenge. And then the funny thing was, oh, that's right, that game I lost my temper. Because when you got to the very last level where you fight the last boss, every bloody time when I started walking down the drawbridge, my game crashed. And there was a bug in my save game, so I technically didn't finish that game. I watched on YouTube how it ends, but I didn't actually fight the last boss. I was so pissed off about that. I had a corrupt file. After all that work too, I was so annoyed. Oh, that really annoyed the hell out of me. It annoyed me so much. Does that just take me back to my one, or does that take me back to my channel, or does that take me back? No, it takes me back to my channel. Oh, there it is there. Oh wow, okay, so it puts it right there. I've never actually looked at one of my streams on my PC. I've never actually looked at that before. What I should do next time, maybe when I'm streaming like this, is I should bring up my editing software and actually do a thumbnail while you guys watch, because I like my thumbnails. I've been doing a few good ones actually recently, getting the practice and all that. But sometimes they take a bit of work. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I should do that one day actually. I even do a little tutorial on how to do a half decent thumbnail. So I've had a lot of practice, man. I've been doing so many now. I've been doing it for 2 years. I use a program called Adobe Spark. That's a good one, which I use for to create most of these ones. Oh, excuse me. You can get quite creative with them actually. I'm finishing the last one now. You get thrown back quite a bit when you die. Almost drew the controller out. I have the platinum in 2 of the new ones. Aviation Girl, you've got the platinum in just about every game, and even ones that haven't been released yet. On my channel you can find the last 3 Wolfenstein games, have a look at the gameplay sometime, I'll let you know if you like them. Well, what I might do is, I won't run the videos now for obvious reason, but where are you? Okay, so you can see quite clearly on the, yeah, so you can see, just my face is a bit dark though. In real life my face is actually quite whitish, it's not that dark at all. But just on the stream, that looks like I've got a dark face. Oh. Okay, so Wolfenstein Youngblood. Oh, so it's called Youngblood, is it? Oh, alright, okay. Oh, Grand Theft Auto 5. I loved San Andreas. This was a good game series, Doom. Oh, Doom 64 was hard. Oh, I say it every time, that was so hard. So yeah, Hitman, Order 1886. Ah, there's your Far Cry. Hey, there's our girlfriend's concept. I'll take this one, you can take that one. You can take the really violent one. I'll take the sneaky one. Yeah, Just Cause is a good series too. Hey, you're doing pretty good concept. I like your banner as well. Cool. Ah, there he is from Far Cry 3, Bus. Good old Bus. Oh, I'm gonna have to do something about that. Yeah, with a lot of you guys, we're gonna have to do something about that. I'll have to start doing my I have to start doing my shout out videos and that. Because then the PlayStation's down, but I got this working here, so... Anyway, if PlayStation kept being a prick with the streaming, if this problem persists for a few days, I'll probably end up getting an Elgato. And just put the PlayStation through, and no offense, but to your stupid streaming service stuffing up. Another thing with PlayStation I'm very annoyed about, so I can see messages on my phone, but when I've got them up on the screen, they're not showing up sometimes. I get people coming in and say, hey DJ, how you going? Oh, what a shame the chat's not working, see you later. And that really annoys me. I have to do something about that as well, so I think the Elgato, I think the messages are much more reliable on the computer than, no offense to PlayStation, but they take forever to fix shit, and it's just really annoying. This thing with the chat's actually been going on for longer than a week, and I bet other people complain about it too. I only have 26 platinums. I've only got 9 platinums. You got nearly 3 times my platinum. So, but I should call you the Norwegian platinum girl. Actually, instead of aviation girl, should be platinum girl. There you go. Yep, we can share. Yeah, couldn't stream earlier. Yes, everyone's having that problem on the PlayStation. But I'm just thinking though that if it becomes a recurrent problem, the way around it obviously is to stream through the computer. The only annoying thing though is, you know, not everyone is in the mood to spend $200 or $300 on a. They keep calling it Elgato, but really the technical term is capture card, isn't it? It's a capture card. Yeah. You watched my stream when I played Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. Did I? Oh, is that what you were playing? Okay. I can't remember. I never got a platinum. Young Blood would be my first. I'm still a platinum virgin. I'm still a platinum virgin. Oh, that's funny. A platinum virgin. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, you're funny. So what else you got here? Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh, one little tip. Have you noticed my screen? This area and this area is black. There's a new option, because I find that my eyes were getting strained because this was all white, so you'd have a white background. What you could do is, I think there's night mode or dark mode or something like that. You can activate that, so when you go to people's channels, instead of having this white background blaring into your eyes, giving you snow blindness, you could do this. The only spot where it doesn't work is on your channel, not when you click to get in there, when the first page comes out, but when you click on customize, so it then brings up where you can start going into video editing. That will stay white. For some reason, that you can't make it black. But your front page, and if you go to anyone's pages, you can have it like this. It's much better. I mean, look, it's your personal choice, but that's much less stress on your eyes. And if you know what I mean by the white straining your eyes, think of the flash grenades in Battlefront 2. I swear, man, I'm going to sue snow blindness, man, because it's too bright. Damn flash grenades. I hate flash grenades. I don't mind the ones that make things look a bit crooked or staticky, but not the ones where it goes white. It'd be better off having a yellow colour or another colour, but not white. White is too intense. Notes to Battlefront 2. Well, I don't mind the white per se, but it just is too bright. It just fucks up my... it ruins my eyes, and I've even gone in my TV setting to lower the brightness a little bit, and the white's still too strong. See, the fact I've got a massive TV probably doesn't help either, so I've got even more white in my face, but it's bullshit. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube doesn't allow coloured backgrounds. Flashbang white. Well, that's what it is. It's flash gangbang white. So they finally did this black screen, but apparently they only introduced this a year ago or something. I wasn't even aware of it, and a lot of people are not aware of it. And I just came across this by accident because I was watching someone on their channel page, and then I noticed that when they went to someone else's page, they were doing something like what I'm doing now with the chat. And I noticed the background was black, and I went, "What the hell is that?" And I found out they had a dark mode, bastards. So I think they introduced it around November last year or something. So it's nearly a year, bastards. So they give you. So there's the thing about YouTube, right? They send you all that other bullshit about, you know, the YouTube Red and the all those other promotions, and they're updating this and updating that, and then they don't tell you about this, which anyway, whatever. I suppose they've got their priorities. Good on you guys, you're exchanging support. Well, that's one of the reasons why I want to occasionally do a stream like this, because there's a few people I want to thank and just bring attention to. I know a lot of the other streamers have a much more professional setup. You know, they've got little windows working in the background, a little fireplace, maybe there's a game playing in one window, then you can see them talking, and they've got a professional microphone. And I mean, over time I may sort of evolve into doing a little bit of that, but for now I'm trying to keep it nice and simple. And I think this is actually a nice simple method, not too many bells and whistles at this stage. But I do want to do maybe a short edited videos once in a while, maybe my top 5 or my top 10 or whatever, or something like that. But that requires at least a couple of days of editing or whatever. That's why I was frustrated this morning, because I was really keen to stream to thank everybody. That's why I was getting the shits. That was the purpose of this stream. But I was meant to be playing Battlefront 2. I was going to do this later. But now that I've tried it, I think if I do it once in a while and keep it fresh, this is actually a good idea. It's good to get people together for a chat and all that. But yeah, I hope tonight that this bloody thing's working so I can start playing some Battlefront 2, because I think the triple XP is over tonight. Not that I'm really that fussed about leveling up, because everything's above what was the official maximum level, so even all my hero ships and stuff are on rank 40 and whatever. But yeah, with the triple XP, Jesus man, you can get your assault trooper from 100 to 350 in a few rounds. Well, I think Squall was telling me he ranked up one trooper 16 levels in one round of GA or something like that. It was just insane, that triple XP. Not in GA, sorry, in Capital Supremacy, because they went up and down a couple of times from the ship. Oh, excuse me. I also don't like that you can't write more in your channel info and that you can only show 10 playlists at the front. And that annoys me too, Concept. In fact, people were complaining about this before, and I think a year or two ago, I think you had 9 slots, and then YouTube allowed a 10th, but that's it. People were asking for 12 or 14, but YouTube won't have a bar of it. What annoys me is that one of those slots is actually taken up. I've actually allocated to live stream. So it's showing all the live streams regardless of what game it was. So in a sense, one slot's already taken up by that, which I think should be a default slot. And then you should have another 10 after that. So the ones like live stream or whatever, that should be a default slot, not included in the count. But I don't know, maybe putting an extra slot puts a lot of stress on their resources. Who knows? With the front page, I don't know. You know, like Shakespeare said, there's logic to the madness. So Make a monthly question and answer session. What am I like the Master Yoda? Oh, difficult to understand YouTube is, yes. Can't do his accent. Well, that's the other thing too, aviation. I find that amusing that you can level up any of your characters in that co-op when you're really fighting against bots, but oh, well, whatever. I suppose that's useful. Maybe they did that to encourage people to play a lot of co-op. The only thing is though that it'd be nice, I'm hoping that they use your capital supremacy as a test and that they'll roll this out for Galactic Assault and that as well, because that would be fun to play a Galactic Assault game, say 4 or 5 of us in a group, say on the Rebel side and everyone else are bots. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah. See, the other thing too with the co-op, you just do the first phase, but I noticed you don't go up in the ship. Have you noticed how you don't go up in the ship in the co-op? Capital supremacy, it's only on the ground level, that's it. Yeah. DJ's period. DJ's period. Wow. DJ's period. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh. That's right. I really shouldn't encourage that. God. Oh shit. Oh, you've lost me now. I lost my train of thought. DJ's period. Oh gosh. Yeah. Alright. Can you guys just give me one moment? I'm starting to get a dry throat. I need a drink. Hmm? Oh no. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh no. the batteries. Oh no, my work saver doesn't work. Aw, that sucks. And it can't have been the battery though, because it can't be. Hang on a sec. So this pulls apart. Ah, the batteries must have died. Where the hell did the batteries go? So this thing can actually be pulled apart to different sections. So you actually reorganise all those, but can't work out. There's no on and off button. This thing even comes with the crystal. Look at this. Look at that. You see it? I can actually take it out too. Oh, it's actually got a. That's actually a kyber crystal. Oh yeah, now you can see through it. Oh shoot! God damn! Can't get anything to work on this thing. Oh, it's got to click in there. Alright. I can hear it, it's work. There it is. Yeah, I can just hear it. The battery's gone flat. How the hell are you supposed to get them out? How the hell are you supposed to get this thing out? How? What the hell? Do I have to unscrew all that? Well, so much for show and tell. This thing doesn't work. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? I don't know, guys, sorry. This prop, I can't get it to work. But basically it's a red lightsaber, and when you swing it around it makes the noises, but it doesn't talk like the other one. I don't think in all the time I've had this lightsaber, I don't think I've ever... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Alright, we'll put this sucker back together. So we'll put that one, and we'll put this one, and we'll put it back together like that. I think I can. Wasn't that fitting? Oh man. It's got a specific setting. Alright. It's got to go in that way. Alright. Put that in like that. Put that in like so. Put the handle in, that's the most important bit. Screw that on. Oh, by the way, if you ever want to hide something and it's small enough to fit in there, see that? And you just close that. You can hide your love notes in there. Screw that back on, and I can eventually get it. Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, the battery's gone. Yeah, oh, that's a shame. Alright. I'll have to replace the batteries for next time. Sorry about that. But that's my other lightsaber. That was also found. Another friend of mine found this. I think it was another cleaning up someone's house. And their son had moved out and that was lying around and he grabbed it. So, which means, oh yeah. It's a shame I can't switch them both on. This one's bigger. This one's a little one actually. This one's much bigger and heavier. So there you go. Oh. By the way, I don't want to give the wrong impression. I don't stand around all day playing with my lightsabers. Like I said, they're normally just on display. So that's in my bookcase over there at the bottom. Good God, I didn't realise I had so much stuff. Okay. So look at the messages. Who else do we have? Oh my goodness, the chat just went ballistic. Oh, Simpa. Hey man, how are you? What are you up to? Below my pipe 69. Hey, below my pipe, how are you, man? Oh, nice to see you. Hey, Simperex. Oh, thanks, man. I try to be awesome. Don't always succeed, but I try. There goes the vodka. Aviation Girl, you got an awesome channel as well. Batteries not included. I think I've got to get a screwdriver. I've got to pop those 4 screws. I think I know where the battery is. That's annoying because that other one, there's only 1 screw you have to remove. That thing you've got to pull the whole thing apart. So I'll do that after the stream. I'll pull it apart. Made in China. Yep. Someone used them. Cool. You're still going. God damn. Hey, old Summers. Yeah, I'm still here. It's awesome. It looks awesome as it is. Imagine Darth Vader having these problems. Well, he would have lost to Luke, wouldn't he? Imagine that on Bespin. Sort of laughable in a way when you think about that confrontation between Luke and Vader on Bespin. That's ridiculous. It was a Sith Lord against basically a Padawan learner. Such a mismatch. And he even managed to do a bit of damage to Vader first before he lost his hand. If you remember, he whacked him on the shoulder with his lightsaber. Imagine DJ actually is Darth Vader now alone in his chamber. Do not choke on your aspirations, concert player 1. weed would fit nicely in there. Wow. That's not quite what I had in mind, but anyway. That could be like if they find it and you go, oh, I just thought that was the power crystal. I thought I had the Yoda's lightsaber. Luke, hang on, I've got to change the batteries, mate. We believe you. Remember the movie Spaceballs? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, actually. That was a funny movie. That guy that played the Wookiee, though, what was his name? Not Chevy Chase, it was the other fellow, Candy. What was his name? Candy. Yeah. I bet you do play with your lightsaber. I do, El Summers, with both hands. It must be something to do with the size of the hilt. What, Spaceballs is an awesome film. Hey, you hit 1,000, that's amazing. Oh, thanks, Blow My Pipe. Yeah, I was a bit frustrated though, man. Like I was saying to the other guys, I was meant to do a massive Battlefront 2 stream, and I was going to thank everybody for their support, but can't stream on PlayStation. Then to rub it in, I couldn't stream from my PC. I spent over an hour trying to figure it out. It turned out that the stream key had changed. So I was streaming, but it was going nowhere. That's why it took so long to get online. I was supposed to be online 2 hours ago. Yeah, sorry about that, guys, but yeah. Yeah, thanks, Simperex. Yeah, thanks for the congrats, man. I really appreciate it. Luke and Ray are independent, therefore more powerful. Yeah, John Candy. Yeah, he was actually good. Not a bad actor, John Candy. Yeah. He just did some roles that were a little bit iffy like that, but he did them well. I'll give him that. 3 a.m. so I'm going to bed. Bye, guys. Alright, good night, El Summers. Yeah, have a good one, mate. Alright. Okay, guys. This has been a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, again, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for all your support. Not just in terms of clicking on that, but also, and you all know who I'm talking to, all the chats we've had in the parties, all the chats we've had in the streams, all the mucking around and all that. That's all been part of the fun. I wouldn't be doing this if it was a really overly competitive and everyone having a go at everyone else's. But like this, you know, it's a really nice community that we have here. So yeah, it's been a real. We're really enjoying hanging out with you guys. Yeah, I'm trying not to get too. I'm trying not to get too mushy here, but yeah, it's this last 3 years on the PlayStation has been a very interesting experience. So yeah, yes, I want to thank everybody for watching my first live stream. Hopefully next time I'll be a little bit more organised and. I'll come up with a couple of ideas as well, just in terms of the layout on my screen and that. But now I'm going to go have lunch. It's almost exactly 12 o'clock, midday Australian Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I really hope to catch up with everybody soon. Hang on, I'm just going to read the rest of the messages. Bloody hell, 4 a.m. with you guys. I need to go to sleep, man. Why are you looking at my ugly head for? Ugh. Need to catch up on sleep, guys. Was it me? Yeah, I know. And it was a group of people that eventually got me to do it. I actually had a few real life friends that actually put pressure on me to start doing it. And I kept saying, nah, I don't want to go online. Who's going to watch someone my age play, and there's so many better people out there, and whatever. But there you go. If you persist, you just got to be persistent, man, and just change it up a little bit, I suppose. Like variety of games and whatever. Probably helps if you've got a bit of a crazy personality like I have. I mean, I am of Italian background, not exactly known for being the most stable people on the planet, but it's entertainment, I suppose. Probably helps if you're good at talking a lot as well. Your friend told you to stream and you did, Simpa. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah. Hey, Olia, how are you? Oh, you dropped in as well to say hello. Oh, that's really kind of you. Yeah, see, you gotta be persistent. But I've seen some people concept like they've been stuck on a low number for ages, and then suddenly it starts to. One thing I might suggest to everybody, if you're finding that you have if your count is sort of stagnating a little bit, one thing that helps is if you occasionally go visit other people's streams and say hello often. Some people will go, oh, who's this person? And they'll go and have a look, and you'll start to see your counter going up, and often you won't know who it is, but that's often how it happens. So my suggestion to everyone is, go and visit other people's stream, and for no other reason, not just for chatting, but also to see what they do. Because I've watched people that have done a stream like I'm doing now, where they do shout-outs or whatever, and like I said, they've got their little video and their little setup, and it's given me some ideas. So often you just get some ideas from watching what other people do, or just the way that they handle the chat, or how they handle the troll or something like that. So it's sort of accumulation of experience. So I have to admit, a lot of what I've learned the last couple of years, it's really helped to watch some of you guys when you've been online. And you often learn what to do, but you also sometimes learn what not to do as well. So that might be my best piece of advice for today. If you're trying to grow your channel, is you do have to spend time on other people's streams, and you got to mean it too. You can't just go in there and say, "G'day, here you go," and drop the like, see you later, because it's you got to chat a little bit. It could sometimes be time consuming, but it does pay off in the longer run because then people get more familiar with you. So, and I think that's what happened with me over time. But I also do like watching other people play sometimes as well. I could just sit there and chill out too, so sometimes it's just good for that. But that's the best advice I can give on that one. Of course, I'll try to help with some shout outs and all the rest of it. It's thanks to you that I started my first stream a month ago, and look at me now. Yeah, there you go, Aviation, yeah. I mean, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Just, yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, human beings, there's such a variety of human beings out there that no matter what type of person you are, personality type or whatever, you will find people that will find something in common with you. It's just a matter of, like, people being able to find you first. That's all it is. So it's, yeah, I'm not surprised, Aviation. You're pretty good at the game. We're playing the Sniper Elite. You're pretty good at your games. You're too modest. So that's all right. I'll remind everyone about your, how many was it, 26 platinum trophies and 30,000 bronze trophies. Alright, I better sign off, because if I don't, I'll babble all day and you guys need to get some sleep. So I'm going to sign off from the stream now. So take care, thanks for watching. I love all you guys, and yep, salutations from Australia. Ciao.